the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Akwa bion at the bar and Nsem-Pii TV platform so. Eja dam butu there is a ba. The NDC akofa sem de ama wo ho na enye wo mo poto bibiri. Ena ache wo mo enam Dr. Mahmoud Bawomi enti. Dr. Mahmoud Bawomi kan you say the NDC's three strongholds, the Zongos, the Muslim community, and a voter region. Obama mo showdown. They say yenye mura 2024 mukura ba showdown e ye juma din. They started attacking the vice president's religion. Na no mo nim say omo ya for mo ho adi. Not knowing say the Zongo community, the Muslim community, omo bu a full off. Na omo the press release aba ye be ken kan ya chichiri mu. It is in response to a flyer ya ekwa bonten. Flyer yi NDC omo program omo hyehyɛ for the Zongos and the Muslim community. Omo say National Muslim Forum 2023 team election 2024 assessing the impact of political parties and how Muslims should vote. Atija. Almost say team no kra na mesre no almost say election 2024 assessing the impact of political parties and how Muslims should vote. Speaker Alhaji Said Senari Ebekoso Edamiensa the 16th of November enyumere 6 p.m. Bandam Quantum Mosque. The 17th of November and also 6 p.m. sa Larabanga Mosque. And at the 18th of November and also 6 p.m. sa the Ghana National Mosque. Ni nyina no omo be streaming live on various NDC platforms. Na sa dwumadie ya ebekoso ya omo say omo be assess how Muslims should vote no. And now these same Muslims in the Zongo community, the press release about say they shouldn't be enter into the Zongos and the Muslim communities. So mba yes program we. Edi enti na nei ama yenuanu Muslimi fo ne yenuanu Zongo fo ebuafu NDC scientist and almost send almost this warning through this press release say our National Muslim Forum as a dear ben now almost say assessing impact of political parties and how Muslims should vote. They shouldn't dare. Momo yoma jina kraso omo de ba the Zongos abeye any form of a forum. E dia na ama sa abufuo aba din. Now we have press release no a every eku omo frɛ omo ho say Zongo Movement for Harmony and Development. Zongo Movement for Harmony and Development. Almost say omo ya advocacy group ya omo all Zongo communities across the 16 regions, and from Oti to Burangahafo to Greater Accra to Ashanti to Oti, Savannah, Northeast, Upper West, Northern, Central. Osi baby omo almost baby omo ya from Zongo Movement for Harmony and Development. Na edi enti no mo se hwan na NDC fo omo hia forum bia alaji scenario no mo kofo omo hia forum bia mo mu si ho kra yo mo si wa ade efe be yo mo time edi na asi enti enei omo de this word of caution and a warning ema the NDC omo say whilst we are in this country working hard to deepen our democratic dispensation and eradicating the means to divide or polarize our country, we can see that some frontiers of the National Democratic Party are working in the opposite. The ethnic zealots would adopt the path of tribal politics, while the religious fanatics would prefer to knock the heads of Christians against Muslims. That would be the most unfortunate path to take, especially when Muslims and Christians have coexisted peacefully, enhancing Ghana as the oasis of peace in a troubled West African sub-region. It appears The opposition NDC is not interested in politics of ideas, but propaganda, lies, and ethnocentric comments. This is why the NDC takes delight in chastising people who are devout Muslims, like the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, making it difficult for the ordinary Muslim to determine the essence of such frivolous comparison. That is why immediately Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia was elected last Sunday as flag bearer of the NPP, the Gobisian liars in the NDC set to work with various forms of attacks on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's stance of being a devout Muslim. What broke the camel's back was that our attention was drawn to comments made on Metro TV by NDC Member of Parliament Sam George regarding the fate of Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his promotion of interfaith harmony in Ghana, which has been acclaimed by many. As a mark of respect to the August House, that is Parliament, where Sam George belongs, we should have preceded his name with the revered title Honorable. However, we are unable to extend such honor to Sam George because of the dishonorable and divisive conduct he displayed on national television. And to our surprise, the leader of the NDC, former President John Dramani Mahama, and other leaders of the NDC have failed to condemn this despicable act by Sam George. As a member of Parliament whose public commentary should promote the unity of the country, especially between the nation's two religious groups, Sam George threw decency to the dogs and questioned the faith of a devout Muslim like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia simply because Dr. Bawumia maintains a very good relationship with the Christian community. Was Sam George not in this country when the national chief imam, our celebrated Sheikh Dr. Nuh Shaributu, went to the Christian community to be offered prayers? Was it a haram? Mind you, gone were the days when the Zongos were not privileged to be well educated. Now, because of timely social interventions by this Akufo-Addo-led government, we are more educated, sensitized, and our eyes are open to the truth. No more lies and tribal bigotry form of statement. Other reasons offered by Sam George to justify his baseless, senseless, and idiotic attacks of Dr. Bawumia as not being a Muslim is that he, Bawumia, allowed the pastor to pray for him and also expressed his belief as a Muslim that Jesus Christ would return. What a religious bigot. In his bigotry, does Sam George and the NDC want Dr. Bawumia to do? What does Sam George and the NDC want Dr. Bawumia to do? From their previous and present comments, Sam George's bigotry reflects the NDC, which he is a prominent member. If not, why has the former President John Dramani Mahama failed to condemn such a reckless statement? Why has the Zongo caucus in the NDC failed to come out to address the issue? Why has the Muslim fraternity in the NDC come out to condemn what Sam George said? Now, if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is noted for his solid relationship with the Christian community, it is perfectly in line with the dictate of Islam, which calls for religious tolerance and respect for diversity. If Dr. Bawumia stated publicly that Jesus Christ will come back, it is well in order Islamically because that is well established in our Quran. If Dr. Bawumia allows Christians to pray for him, that is a great display of religious tolerance, respect, and common sense by a national leader. Because Dr. Bawumia allowed pastors to pray for him, Sam George arrogantly arrogated unto himself God's ultimate judgment powers by declaring Dr. Bawumia not a good Muslim. How dare you? Are you the one to determine who a good Muslim is? Now, are you even a Muslim? In your rapt logic, would you also declare the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu, as not being a good Muslim because Reverend Father Campbell and other pastors prayed for him inside the Christ the King Church a few years ago? It is ridiculous that you, a member of parliament who claims to know everything and ought to know basic religious tenets, displayed such ignorance with so much arrogance. We need to state again that now our eyes are opened. Now we are so much educated to know the reality on the ground. No more tribal politics. We repeat, no more tribal politics. The Zongos are now so discerning to know the lies from the absolute truth. Don't dare think that you can attack a devout Muslim like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and go scot-free. Then we must say we will not be able to live under the same umbrella with such a tribal bigotry form of a political party like the NDC. If you did some basic research before speaking, you would have realized the high reverence Muslims accord Jesus Christ and our belief that he would return, which Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stated. And if you had applied a little bit of wisdom before you spoke, you would have realized that Dr. Bawumia, undoubtedly a fine, religiously tolerant leader, is doing the right thing by strengthening, promoting, and inspiring good relationship between Muslims and Christians in Ghana, for which our Quran preach, that is peace and tolerance among religious organizations. Now, we want to urge His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia not to be discouraged by bigots like Sam George and others in the NDC in his remarkable promotion of religious tolerance in Ghana. As a leader, it is his responsibility and his doing that pair Muslims and Christians peacefully coexist in Ghana, in the Zongos, in families, at workplaces, in schools, in the markets, and in even our worship centers. Sometimes we offer Christian prayers and sometimes we offer Muslim prayers when we meet for a common goal. This is the beautiful diversity we have in Ghana, one which Dr. Bawumia remarkably upholds, which we urge him to continue. The election of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia signifies something important for us, the Muslims and the Zongo community, that for once we've come to truly realize that the NPP was not an ethnocentric political party as was being preached to us when we were little. And we believed hook, line, and sinker because we were not enlightened then to realize the difference between the hard truth and political lies. It is always a privilege for anyone to be selected to speak to the rest of the nation through the media. Persons who are accorded such privileges have a responsibility to be decorous, truthful, honest, respectful, among others, in their utterances to promote the unity of our country. The likes of Sam George are notorious loose talkers who add no value to intelligent national discourse. On this occasion, he descended deeper into the gutter with his thinking and dishonorable bigotry. If Sam George's mission was to create this affection for Dr. Bawumia, in the eyes of we, the Muslims in the Zongo community, he should know that a fool can never deceive the wise. Now we are wise, and those that engage in tribal bigotry are fools. It is obvious that the election of Dr. Bawumia as flag bearer of the NPP has sent shivers down the spine of the lives of Sam George and other NDC leaders who are worried by the serious real threat Dr. Bawumia poses to them in the north, the Zongos, and the Muslim community due to the massive developmental impact he has made as vice president. Now we, the Zongo Movement for Harmony, comprise of all political parties, including the NDC, the MPP, the CPP. As for what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is doing, establishing and maintaining excellent relationship with Christians, right-thinking members of our society, both Muslims and Christians, appreciate his progressive means. It is only NDC fanatics like Sam George who have no respect for religious harmony, who have issues with it due to their bigotry. Such bigots are a danger to our beautiful diversity, interfaith harmony, and peaceful coexistence. Now, if the NDC wants to come to our various mosques for any form of a national forum, we call on the former president and other executives of the party to stand up, man up, and condemn the unnecessary tribal bigotry statement by people like Sam George and others within the party, or else they are not welcome into any Zongo community or any mosque whatsoever for any form of a national Muslim forum. Until then, we are waiting for their adherent response. Signed, Mustafa Idris Muhammad, Zongo Movement for Harmony and Development. 2024 Ghana beye dema enedie yenuanum muslimifo yenuanum ewo Zongo na ekere se na nado dan kokufo ado aban adaworo ma ne omani abie tuntumi ni ntro nkyere mu bi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye no sebe enya dia eseso nipa bi esori ekasetia no na wono de omu gitum preko pese is a devout Muslim omu kora na omu kenkan no esupporto ade aye frɛ no religious tolerance enunti ena emfie bi atwamu the national chief imam no ankasa ebora Christ the King asori ema Reverend Father de ne sato no so bompa ye ma nti omu so so se bisa kasa hunu ene kasa fon no so nti nne no kire ya no former president John Dramani Mahama ne NDC penifo mra bonten emeka bibi emfanfa nsem Sam George kan enye sa de a sa wo national forum ho ahwan no alaji scenario omu so omu hia no e wo masalachi bia omu hia no e wo Zongo bia be wo mahunu se the NDC party so tribal bigotry statement so enye sa de a they should come out and speak sense to be Sam George.